to get thrown out of Azusa Pacific University, or is it the University of San Bernardino? I forget. Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Big Papa! Oh, no! Big Papa! You fucking skank bitch!
Whoa, why are you saying those things?
Because, yeah, I want the department to myself.
Wait, what? Fuck you! How do I, wait, you came, but how do I come?
Who cares about you coming? If you read the Bible, all clitorises should be ripped off and thrown in a river.
I mean, it kind of indirectly does say that, I guess. Well,
yeah.
Okay,
your pleasure, you know what? Your ability to live underneath a roof is no longer of any concern to me. Get out.
That's so mean. Oh my God, you're hitting me. I'm gonna tell your mother.
See, and that is how it's done. That is very insightful.
Father, your girlfriend, did she really instruct you not to talk about her in the podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to show her what we just did. All right? And you're going to be like, there's some truth behind this.
All right.
Think of that as a manual. You take that, you watch it every day. Soon enough, it'll become a habit. And you'll just automatically do it.
I'm paying you that right now.
This is what you need. This is what the world needs, is for you guys to have sex. It's certainly what our audience needs.
I guarantee she'll find the video funny.
Okay.
We'll
You think
figure
so?
find it,
You think the part where Danny says about the crucifix and using it to stimulate her pussy, you think that'll make her laugh?
I think so.
Okay.
I can tell her about your guys' antics quite often, and she finds it funny.
I don't want her to find what we just did funny. I want her to find it prophetic. And I want what we just reenacted to happen. Everything we just reenacted to happen. The holy water, the crucifix, the hitting, Leo. Sometimes I have a lot of problems with the opposite sex.
I know. And it mostly comes because you have that problem where your sack just smells like a bag of fucking turds.
It smells like a bag of shit, and it's hairy like the chin of a hermit. You know, because hermits have beards. And my asshole looks like it's got a catfish's whiskers dangling from it.
Right.
And that's a problem, isn't it, Leo?
It's a huge problem. That's why we have our friends at Manscaped. The thing. They're the global leaders in below-the-waist hygiene, Danny boy.
Listen, it's a binary question. You want pussy or you don't?
Right. They're turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with their all-new Ultra Premium Collection. Guys, this is an all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle. It's designed to upgrade the everyday man's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls deserve this.
You got
right?
this,
Don't
guy.
be this guy.
Don't be me. Listen, Leo, I go into sorority houses sometimes. I go to church meetings. I drop my pants and I elicit shrieks.
Really?
No. But sometimes my girlfriend comes home and I don't make a move on her, so I know I'm not looking good. But since Manscaped sent me the new Ultra Premium Collection, I hit the shower.
Let's go, baby.
I use the 2-in-1 conditioner shampoo on my head. Then I use their body moisturizing lotion, their lip balm, and their ball deodorant. And then I use
Fuck yeah, baby.
pubic bone asshole. And look as smooth as an infant's taint.
Hell yeah, and I know you're a fucking frugal, cheap motherfucker. And on that note, you can save big time by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code 20LDS. That is 20LDS.
Listen, 20% off and free shipping, it's basically free. You know what, Leo? Do it as Tommy Trauma right now. Say the
You had to take me down, dog. I was beating you up on the feet, bro.
Free shipping with the code
Good shit, though.
20LDS.
Come on, little piggy. Get your shower and your nutsack game in check.
Little piggy.
Say it, guys. As soon as you get pussy.
Taking a girl out after you have sex with her it's the norm. It's what most of us do. So if you don't, you're in the lower percentile of guys. You're a beta.
Listen, it's called the John Frusciante, all right? Because John Frusciante, the guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah, he made it big, he made it famous.
It was a huge issue in the early 90s. The other guys in the band would hear about Your guitarist is a dick. He fucked my friend Tiffany and he threw her out of his trailer and said, never come back. It's the John Frusciante. It's the most romantic single act a man can do to a woman.
Look, if you want Melissa to be a loyal bride,
Yeah.
you need to start doing those things.
In addition to kicking her out, you need to start playing pranks on her.
I agree.
Especially, I mean, what's her primary mode of transportation? How does she get to work?
With the car,
What kind of car?
Hyundai.
Have you ever thought about slitting one of her tires?
Great move.
You know, that would be really funny, but that would require me driving like 3 hours to Bakersfield and 3 hours back to San Bernardino.
Why?
nothing.
Why?
Not a problem.
Because I live in San Bernardino.
But why would you have to drive to Bakersfield? What does you slitting her tires have to do with your commute?
Her car's in Bakersfield.
Why don't you just leave it in Bakersfield? It's her problem.
Because if I wanted to slit her car tires, I'd have to travel to Bakersfield
Oh,
where
okay.
her car is.
So, but what if she's coming to visit you?
Oh, then I could just sneak out and slit her tires.
Okay. These are these are things you're gonna have to start doing to become a man, Father. Really.
All right.
Yeah, I would also recommend, at least everybody's done this once, Danny's done it, I have done it. When, what you do is, you have sex with your girlfriend doggy style.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I would recommend Danny Mullen be the guy in the closet the first time. Or both of us.
Yeah.
I think Danny by himself is good, but if you really want to spice things up, I could be in the closet too.
Yeah.
Once you start...
You already are, man.
Yeah.
Continue.
You son of a bitch. You start having sex with their doggy style. Immediately, me and Danny come out.
Mhm.
All right, and we start making a scene.
This is good. This is a way to make a relationship stronger.
Thank you. How many times have you done this with me?
Well, I try to do it quarterly.
Right.
I try to do it quarterly.
4 times a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what happens is you then try to stay in the doggy style position. There's going to be some fight. There's going to be a little fight, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those things. It's like you go through it, and on the other side, it's just you go through the clouds, you go through the rain, and then the sunlight comes out eventually. That's how you go look at it.
Yeah, it's called Three Swords in a Hole. It's actually a movie. And the idea is that once the two guys pop out of the closet, it's free for all. It's rugby rules. You can tackle, you can throw somebody to the ground. The only thing you care about at that point is working your sword.
Right.
And that goes for all three guys.
Right. And there's no helmet, so there's no like fear of CTE because you're not going helmet to helmet contact.
So what Leo was saying is safe.
Right.
And sometimes, I don't know if you've seen rugby, but there are those scrums in those situations where they lift the guy up into the air so he can catch a ball. If after all three of you come, you want to lift your girlfriend up together, hoist her into the air, and throw her out a window. If you want to defenestrate your girlfriend,
Yeah.
you can do that.
You can
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What is everything? What just happened?
I don't know, dude.
Well, did you learn anything, Father?
You mentioned the people, can we pull that up, dude? I wish I don't know if we can, but when the rugby guy to pull up somebody,
Yeah. You gotta lift him up, and then just
it would be that image of a girl getting thrown out a window, like the guys in rugby, dude.
it's kind of beautiful too, because at first they're all enemies, and then they kind of become teammates to get rid of the girl.
Right.
It's like when Russia originally was like sided with Germany, and then like it joined the Allies, and then like Russia, the UK, and the United States, they threw Germany out the window.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Your girlfriend's Germany.
It's something it would be a comforting experience for us three to really chuck a girl we all had sex with right out a window. right after we all orgasm.
I got a fucking real story about this fucking kind of situation.
No.
When I lived in San Francisco at 74 Eastwood Drive, the fucking orgy house. The place where Dino, if he had his way, would probably just have the whole building burned down. Because all the things that happened there, all things that he would no doubt consider gay, cuckolding. This one night, my buddy was in from out of town. Now, I'm going to try really hard not to say his name or what he did.
Not only do you say people's names in your life, but you've said so many first and last names. You've said so many first and last names.
Well, I like to be specific about who's talking about, but not in this case.
It's classic storytelling.
This guy comes in from out of town. He's married, and he's been married for a very long time. He has a very high position in society, makes a lot of money,
And whenever he comes to San Francisco to party with me, he cheats up an ever-loving store. He comes over and his whole mindset is just, I must get pussy, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it takes. For instance, there were stores, this is after the sex, I'll tell you what he did after we had sex, but let me just get into the actual act. We all get home from the bar. Me, one of my buddies, whose name I probably shouldn't say either, so just me, another guy, and then we'll call him Banker, because he was a banker. Me, other guy, and Banker. Banker wants to get pussy. It's 4 a.m. None of us got any pussy or any action out of the San Francisco Marina District. So we started thinking about what we could do, and we landed on this girl named Danielle, who my buddy, other guy, and I double teamed on her 25th birthday. She was disgusting. There's flesh and fat that was sagging off her ass when we had sex with her. It looked like she was melted mid-intercourse. That's how. She looked like a
complain.
I think that the things you have to do to stay hard in those situations, you think they come back to bite you one day?
The things you have to think about? Yeah, I think so, because once you put those images in your head, they never really... Once you put the image of the midget fisting the turkey, having sex with Cindy Crawford...
Cindy Crawford, man, that's good. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. She was one of the hottest. When she was young, I mean, still gorgeous.
Sometimes that image you needed to get there.
Damn her.
So you should go, so you should. So we're texting this girl, and she's responding, no hesitation.
I don't know how he gets that, bro.
Gives this girl a call. I think I see Don.
I don't know how he gets
We
that.
need to get this going fast. The banker gets on the phone with this chick, and we've been hyping him up over text for hours, saying, this guy's penis, baby. We call it the Serpent of God because it's so big. 12 inches, 13 inches, I'm not sure, but it's the Serpent of God. We'll find out about that. Serpent of God, baby. And we also tell her his annual income is north of $800,000 a year. This guy is rich and hung and wanted to do something about it. Banker gets on the phone with this chick and he's like, listen, baby, will you get over here? I'm going to put $1,000 in your pussy. He tells her he's going to hit an ATM and put $1,000 cash up her pussy if she comes over.
Oh, come on, dude.
So, Leo, while you might think this would disgust her, just like Father might think that the little act out we just had would disgust his girlfriend, you never know. And this girl, Danielle, not long after this, we drive over to her dorm. She's out front with an overnight bag in the lawn, waiting for us to pick her up. We drive her back to 74 Eastwood Drive, and we get busy.
No.
We get fucking busy. So at first, I don't know why I'm the only one who wanted to do anything normal that night. Usually I would be the guy making a big joke of the whole thing. But I'm laying down in the bed getting oral sex. Regular oral sex, because this girl... We've already double-teamed her, so myself and other guy didn't need to get any work. It just remained to be seen if Banker was going to be able to get his rocks up. I'm getting blown, and other guy comes into the room wearing a ski mask. Oh my God. He starts fucking her from behind, too. And for the watching audience, like, before he pulls the ski mask on, his facial expression is this, like...
No.
He's gearing up for some shenanigans. He comes over to the bed, starts fucking her doggy while I'm getting blown.
No condom?
Of course not. Oh my God. Then the door creaks open again, and in walks the mascot of the burger place, Red Robin. What I'm saying is, the fraternity's mascot was like an Oriole or a Cardinal something, because other guy belonged to a fraternity. A couple of the members lived in our house. The banker comes in wearing the Red Robin mascot head, which the frat appropriated to be their mascot. He's wearing this gigantic Jack-in-the-Box, round, bowl-shaped thing that looks like a bird. You know, if you go on my Instagram, you might be able to pull the belt into it. But he comes into the room, just bobbleheaded, fucking walking up, shoves other guy aside, and starts fucking this girl with the Red Robin mascot head.
Oh my God.
Can you Google Red Robin mascot head? Let's get these people in it. And she's loving it. But then a banker plops down under the bed and starts getting blown. And we start chiming in like, yeah, you like sucking the serpent of God, baby? You like sucking that big cock? She is slurping on it at the moment. She pulls up, keeps jerking it off, looks at both me and other guy and says, it's not very big.
Oh my God.
the banker had like a 5-inch cock.
No way.
6-inch cock. 6-inch cock.
So you were dying.
It was great. I mean, he had like the same size cock as me, like an average one. Yeah, he wore that, but I think it was an older version. It was much more round. It really looked like the Jack in the Box head that you might see on somebody's antenna in the 90s. And after that, other guy, my buddy,
no stamina.
decides it's high time to fuck her in the ass. And after a couple of plunges in and out, she shits all over him.
Oh my god.
As we told this story to our head chef at the restaurant we worked at, like the next day, and he's like, "She shit on you, huh?" That was probably her defense mechanism.
Yeah, she has no stamina.
With 3
This
animals.
is bullshit. She has no stamina.
Also, there was another guy in the house's bed. This guy was like out of town. We just fucking gangbanged the chick in his.
No, dude.
And shit and saliva and jizz.
Can we get this girl on the pod?
Probably.
We should, dude.
We said some nice. I said it looked like she was melting.
That's so what? She'll be fine.
Well, she
We'll
probably.
apologize. It was, you know.
Yeah, we can. We can apologize.
She could have changed her life. She could be in great shape now.
I highly doubt it, but
What
maybe.
the fuck?
Well, yeah. So we just didn't want
How
anything.
does a night like that end?
I'll tell you how it ended. Actually, I don't remember what happened with regard to the girl. Maybe she stooged on the couch until the sun came up and she went home. Maybe we dropped her off. I don't really remember. But this dude who was in the frat that was associated with our house, his name was Felly. He, for some reason, was still over too. He gave the banker a ride to the airport at 5:35 a.m. And I guess the entire time he's driving to SFO, which is maybe a 25, 30-minute drive, the banker, if he sees any woman on the sidewalk, and keep in mind it's still dark out, he opens the car door, bing, 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 get the fuck back in the car, man, what are you doing, says Felix. The banker accosts random women on the street and tries to make out with them. At 5:30 a.m. on the ride to the airport. And at 5:30 a.m., it's like a 5'2" fat Mexican woman sweeping up the sidewalk.
The fuck?
It's like an African American security guard woman who's working her second job. Like, these are the women he's just rushing on the sidewalk trying to make out with. At 5:30 on the way to the airport.
And I got in trouble for you need my big cash.
Well, the banker, he was married, so he did all these things where there was no electronic footprint, of course.
There you go.
And he wore a mask. You know, he was disguised the whole time. He was dressed like the Red Robin.
Remember, guys, wear a mask.
This brings us to something we need to show Dino.
Yes. I think that's a YouTube ad. Put your glasses on. We need you to react to this. Oh my god.
Dino froze it with his mind. 1 second, dude. It did.
He did.
Yeah, Father O'Neill's correct. There's a man's ass.
Oh god.
Well, it froze. So, Dino, you lucked out on this one. You lucked out, Dino. But that's, you probably close that browser so it doesn't give me a nasty surprise later on today. Okay, let's close the gay porn browser. I tried to get underneath Dino's skin. I'm sorry, Dino.
Disgusting.
Hey, I'm not the one on my back getting fucked there. That was another guy.
Oh my god. Yeah, man, I don't think I've talked about it on the pod, but like a guy I played baseball with, he played 1 year at Valley College with me and Mitch.
Yeah.
He's doing fucking gay porn.
No way.
Yeah, and not only that, he was one of the better looking guys, one of the guys that got the most pussy.
Yeah.
He's absolutely shredded out of his mind.
Is he straight?
We always thought he was straight. But no, the shit he's doing, buddy, ain't no way. We watched a little bit. We had to.
Dino, you want to check it out with us right now?
Hell no.
What have we seen him do?
Oh my god, he's like big, like steroid.
You mentioned
big.
that.
No, but he's like steroid big. So
Okay.
his niche is step brother comes home and fucks twink brother, like step brother. Like he fucks the little brother when he comes home for Christmas.
So, a guy who looks like you
Yeah,
comes in with a gym bag,
Bigger than me.
with a protein shake,
Right.
and with a Gold's Gym tank top.
Exactly.
He sees a guy who looks like Dino
Like
playing
Dino.
Xbox.
Exactly.
He
That's
sees-
his niche.
He's like, hey, little bro, how's it going? Oh, it's doing pretty good. My Master Chief just achieved a rating of 6.2. Yeah? You know what else is 6.2? 8.2 actually.
Oh,
Cock out.
yeah. Yep. This is it. His
6.2. How
father's
dare we?
His father is a pretty big commercial director in Hollywood, which commercial directing, like that's some of the guys that make the most money.
Okay, so nepotism didn't work out this
Didn't work
time?
out. No, and he was acting. He had a bunch of gigs. He was dude, and now he's doing gay porn.
Holy shit, does he have an OnlyFans at least?
No, his Instagram's gone. It's like the shady way to go do gay porn. It's like he disappears off the planet and all of a sudden reappears in the gay porn world.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he started a gay OnlyFans and he was cashing checks to the tune of $100K a month,
So be it.
not gonna hate.
No, go for it.
I mean, Dino, this is gonna be hard for you to hear, but if you told me right now, hey, Daddy, 2 years of gay porn, 100 grand a month, what do you say? That's 2.4 mil, unless I'm a mathematical retard. 2.4 mil, that's yours if you just get your starfish pounded by a guy named Ted.
Oh
And
my
honestly,
god.
you'd probably do it for like $20.
No, I wouldn't, Dino. No, I wouldn't.
He would do it for
Not
at least
openly.
he'd do it for a compound.
Your face wasn't in the video.
Listen, with inflation rates rising, Dino,
Yeah.
the home prices are going down. 2.4 million is going to get you a fucking compound.
It's gonna give me a compound, dude. And
Compound. You can live out your days.
if I can, in your future, you're gonna have to work. Not in the immediate future, because what you're doing right now isn't work. You're looking at me with shades on. Where's the action cam, by the way,
You
buddy?
think Dino he does like math like this? He's like, so right now I'm making $240 a month. If I just work there for like 80 years, I'll be fucking set.
I think maybe.
That's what he thinks.
80 years, bro?
That's
And like Trump, when he gets back into office, he's gonna institute like the base support program,
Yeah.
where I'm gonna get like base checks every month,
Fuck
and
yeah,
then
dude.
like I'll probably make some money from gaming. I'll probably make
Right.
some more money for being based.
Right.
I got nothing.
And then fucking the cool thing is, it's like I can smoke at work, so it doesn't even feel like working.
Yeah, bro. And like maybe High Times magazine will hit me up and like I'll be a tester.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You think if Jesus came down and you just told him that you were fucking smoking the fuck up in the morning every day, you don't think he'd care?
If you have a weed company, I'll sponsor me.
Yeah. Dino, what we're saying is every man has his price.
Right.
That's what we're saying. All right, and OnlyFans has made me realize that, because if you're freelancing gay porn, if you're strictly talent, you're not getting the cut of what that video actually makes. You're an idiot. Because the highest the payout can possibly be, and gay porn does pay more than straight porn. Don't ask me how I know that, but it's true. Even if a guy slides you 5 G's cash, doing sex stuff with a guy on camera, it ain't worth it.
No.
But if you're getting guaranteed 100 grand because you're a ripped, in-demand, baseball-playing motherfucker like your buddy Ted, that's different. What's his name?
His real name or
Yeah,
fuck,
what's his real name?
his name
Let's send him
is-
some traffic. Just kidding.
His gay porn name is like Max
Kane.
It's like Max King.
I like Max Payne.
Max Payne is way better than Max King.
Yeah. Can we pull up Max King?
Wait. Let me see. Let me double check what his actual name is.
That's just
No, it's not. No, it's in the. It's in our fucking DM. It's not. It's a recent thing.
So Father O'Neill,
Yeah, I can follow on there for a second.
right now, you've told me you have $800 in Bitcoin. You have a couple $1,000s in miscellaneous stocks. Okay, well, Leo is showing me the man naked right now. I want to know, Father O'Neill, how much money it would take for you to put this in your mouth. Like in an OnlyFans reoccurring thing, or
Yeah,
lump sum?
exactly.
Lump sum. How about that?
Lump sum.
Simplify it. Are you
40,000?
Are you writing this down, Austin? So you would suck a dick for 40,000? I would have never guessed. Father, the devout religious man. So you would suck this guy's dick before you ate your girlfriend's pussy.
There's no way, dude. 40,000 is 40,000.
Meat loves are a bitch. Dino, you hear that?
A true Christian would never.
Would they?
Dude, money is only like.
How do you
it's
feel?
not that valuable.
How do you feel about the Pope Francis saying that you can,
Pope Francis isn't even the real Pope.
Should we look up Max King?
I'm checking out this guy's cock.
It's not crazy, but it's not bad.
It's pretty girthy. It's a peg. It's a peg. He's got NorCal stars tattooed on him.
I've been trying to find him to get him on the pod, dude.
Let's
This
do it.
guy needs to be the dating hall.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we need to sweep together 40K so we can get this guy to suck it.
Hey, you know, easy, dude. That GoFundMe would happen, dude. Really, I'm not doing that to Father O'Neill, dude.
Yeah, if that happened, I might just lose control and I might swipe that 40 grand for myself and just run
Dude,
off.
you kidding me? Yeah.
And then go to
Eli, can you hear me?
career.
Exactly.
Now that we're talking about it. Dino, I want to show you something. Let's look at this Elon Musk tweet.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, these are fun. Wait, you don't want to watch Gabe?
I don't want to see anything.
I want to go.
Yeah, that fucking
Dino,
that submission is broken, dog. Cause that's crazy, bro.
I saw that this tweet had caused a bunch of commotion this morning.
Every time you get me in it, you get me, bro. It's fun.
The richest man on the planet, and one of our, I don't know if he's our greatest scientist / engineer, but he's got to be one of the most practical ones.
There is no guy like him, I don't think, in recent history. Like our parents and their parents before him, not really anybody like this.
Let me read this tweet. I'm not familiar with this meme. It's actually a Mexican-looking fellow.
Yeah, that's Pablo Escobar.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, it's Escobar in the movie. It's the show Narcos.
Okay, Pablo Escobar is sitting looking forlorn on a swing set.
They made him fatter.
And the caption says, Netflix waiting for the war to end to make a movie about a black Ukrainian guy falls in love with a transgender Russian soldier. The richest man on earth tweeted something that myself and Aaliyah would be likely to retweet.
Right.
And we would probably be like, oh, this is kind of edgy.
Right. And a couple of the batch girls that follow me still would be like, this is so insensitive, you're a piece of shit. Which I get all the time.
The leader of one of the most innovative, disruptive car companies, space companies,
A guy
is
who-
tweeting this stuff out.
A guy who flips his fingers, like he fucking snaps his fingers and gives Ukraine internet with all the satellites he has in orbit.
Yeah,
He's
it's
tweeting
amazing.
something that basically, honestly, it's not even written well. It's not even a great meme, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a little wonky when I read it aloud. But what I'm saying, we were listening to Elon Musk on the Lex Friedman podcast on the way home from the Imperial County shoot. And when you told me that he snapped his fingers and gave people internet,
Yeah.
and he was talking about the importance of rocketeering and making the components less expensive and be reusable, I thought, you know what? I want to suck this guy's dick. And if I want to suck this guy's dick, every woman on the planet must be dying to.
He's a genius, but not only that, he's kind of as cool as you can get if you're that smart. I mean, when you're that smart, usually guys like that are a little autistic. Like like Einstein was autistic, right? He really focused on one thing, and they're the masters at that. That's how. But he's
Einstein
cool.
sucked, dude. Not all science.
E equals MC squared,
Man,
dude.
come on. What does that mean, Leo? Please break down what E equals
I don't-
MC squared means.
I don't
that's
really
right.
know, but
Uh-huh.
it explains everything. It explains everything.
Tell me how it explains everything.
It's the theory of relativity.
Dude, I watched the Relativity. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. This might be controversial. Relativity sucks. I've been trying for so long to figure out. Listen to me.
The Big Bang, dude.
Fuck the Big Bang. Fuck the Big Bang, dude. Listen to me.
I'm still Catholic. So
That's it's the guy over there in the priest uniform.
Yeah. Fuck
He's the guy.
Catholic, baby. We're
But
Catholic.
listen, the E equals MC squared, I've been trying for so long to figure out why it matters and why, more importantly, it matters to me. And the closest I could get to understanding it, that happened when I watched a Discovery Channel program on relativity, where some assholes did some thought experiment with a train in a mountain. And as far as I could tell, time moved a little bit slower at the top of the mountain where the train was going. Choo-choo!
Yeah, it's alright. They keep on doing the same,
Who the fuck cares?
Oh, really?
I don't know, it's doing the same fucking submission, and I, for some reason I can't, like, stop it. It's really weird, bro, it's really weird.
28 AD?
Yeah, and you
Well, if you accept my invite, he's not accepting it anymore.
Yeah, I would like it because I would go to that meeting where they decided when Easter was going to be. Remember that one, Father O'Neill, where they consolidated Christianity?
Yep.
It was sometime around there. But more importantly, I would go to Rome, Leo, and I would be hanging out with Caligula, and I would be getting sucked in the court. All right? I would be completely fine with that.
Really? You'd be getting sucked in the court?
Yeah, you thought you were going to get me with that one, huh? You thought I'm going to make Danny appreciate relativity with this shit. You got to go back to the Roman Empire, dude, when girls had one titty hanging out of their tunics, and men fought to the death with tigers for our entertainment? Send me.
You would have done, yeah, you would have quickly become maybe a king of like a little village. They would have given you something,
Yeah.
and it would have been the most deplorable place.
I would have been
Oh
a
my God.
provincial governor. I would have been
Women had to be topless all day. every day.
Absolutely.
What else? Men had to.
Yes.
Would you make every man have his little wee out? all
Listen,
day?
if I were the Pontius Pilate of some other region,
Just out of the pants.
it would be the tunic for women would be only a bottom, and
I'm
the
literally
bottom,
beating him up, standing up.
We'll say
And he goes to the ground.
would be banned too, so it would be nude.
You should be naked.
And guys,
Well, I'm supposed to be on the ground, so.
A grandmother is taking her niece
yeah.
to a playground.
Yeah.
She has to be naked.
You
on
know
Thursdays.
why, Leo? Because comedy. All right, it would cease to turn me on, but she would still have to be naked because I said so, and because it was like me.
I want to see his toe, Dick.
But yeah, guys have to have their weenies out, and just like Proximo and Gladiator, I would have regional fights. I would have regional fights. Leo, how dare you try to make me think that my stance on relativity was
I'm
flawed?
texting now, but
I
he's
know
not responding.
everything about relativity, and everything there is to know about relativity is that it sucks. Really? Yeah.
Well, what about the fact that he discovered that it fucking exists, and he explains it with a math problem?
Dang, Eli.
Is it? Tell me how that math problem is made.
Okay.
Yeah, what's E?
E
That's
is
the picture?
Don't even get me started on M. Let's start with E.
You like sent this picture?
E is
Yeah, look up. Look up the other picture.
Epitome.
Epitome. You mean epitome?
That was epitome.
Oh, okay, epitome. All right. What does the M stand for?
It's actually Mister.
Epitome, Mister.
I thought he started it.
Okay.
No, he did start it.
Mister times Mister. All right. Well,
It's new to the neighborhood. It's one of
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
a profound scientific
Yeah,
figure, clearly.
Einstein was.
Yeah, he keeps on armbarring me, bro. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know. I don't know why you wanted to rant
Twice.
about what the fact that
because he keeps like,
Dude, because I'm talking about Elon Musk making
good?
cars.
No, I'm fucking him up.
You
Lamborghinis
like Elon because he gets more pussy.
off a Duracell battery.
It always goes back to that with you. If you really respect a man that gets pussy,
Listen to me, Leo. You could be the greatest artist on the planet, but if you're a great cellist in the San Francisco Philharmonic Symphony, you're gonna get this much pussy. This is a 0. If you are a master high lyric poet, you're likewise gonna get this much pussy. And if you get this much pussy, your
Not joining.
contributions don't matter.
keep on inviting
now
him.
how
Don't
lyric
matter.
poet does that? They still exist.
They still exist.
So what do they talk about?
They talk about the Odyssey and the Iliad, and they talk about fucking Ovid and all these pussies who died 2,000 years
The
ago.
Iliad is a great story, but goddamn, it was hard to read, man.
Listen, it doesn't matter. You know what you gotta be doing? You gotta be like Arthur Miller. Because Arthur Miller wrote The Death of the Salesman, and he put his cock up Marilyn.
Yeah.
Marilyn
Had a
Monroe.
nice fat ass.
You
back
gotta
in the
be
day.
doing that. You gotta be like Elon, who's like, I made this car, and I'm not too good with the South African accent,
But
but
his
it goes very fast.
pauses every now and then, though. and Holy shit.
This is why Elon matters. Listen. Hey, fuck Amber Heard. That's why he matters, dude.
Dude, what a whore, man. I hate Amber Heard. She destroyed Johnny Depp's career.
And she lied. Speaking of Arthur Miller, she's a woman who I wouldn't mind seeing up on the gallows. The Crucible stuff.
It's not 18, it tastes like poison.
Me and you,
Well,
we had a
because you
podcast.
gotta mix it with veggies, and you can't eat it straight up. Because
Yeah.
you're eating the preservative straight up.
Tastes like poison.
Put some fucking
Yeah.
mayo in it at least, bro.
I mean, it's dark.
Put it on mayo and put it on fucking some bread.
Doug Stanhope. Elon Musk,
Yeah, they told me it's by
rocket to
itself.
space.
It's going all
He's making a lot Vaseline.
Nah, well, it's not that chingón.
Right, this guy fucking matters. And I forgot how we even got onto this tangent.
Let's look at some more tweets.
I support the Kurd thing. Look at this guy. He's basically saying if you tweet anything pro-Ukraine, you are a sheep pussy. That's extreme even for me. I don't even know that I fully agree with this, but because he's taking it further than me me, I like it. I like it. What else? What are your thoughts about the probable inflation rate? That's basically a big middle finger to Biden. Because Biden's causing all this gosh dang inflation. Damn, even Tom Brady saw 7.9 inflation and record high gas prices and decided he needed to go back to work.
I haven't seen
great tweet. Great tweet.
A lot of tweets I've been seeing about like Tom Brady and how he can't stand Giselle, you know, like
this is what happened.
Eternity with Giselle, and he was like, nah, they gotta go back to work.
This is what happened. He, the second he retired, took her to Fiji. He pink-socked her in the master suite at the Four Seasons. He pink-socked her, you know. He'd been saving that move for his retirement.
Oh my God.
You know what a pink sock
I
is?
forget, but tell me.
A pink sock is when you so forcefully fuck a woman's ass that it actually turns inside out. And it looks like a pink sock. Not allowed to erect at all. What's that called?
Okay. I'll probably let her in here, hang out in here.
Yeah, it's a prolapse.
Dino's very familiar with it.
I guess my buddy told me that there's a prolapse kiss on some internet site, and he wanted me to show it to me at softball, and I refused.
You keep doing it. You show up with your mind.
I bet one of these sick fucks are gonna fucking find it though.
I hope
Prolapse
it's
to prolapse.
I hope they make a fake Instagram account of a hot college girl, and you get one of those time-sensitive messages that's concealed, and you click on it thinking you're going to get titties, and you see the prolapse case. But Tom Brady did everything sexually to Giselle. He pink-socked her, he used her smoothie, he might have taken a shit on her chest. And it didn't do it for her. And then she started talking about, because you know, on that beach in Fiji, he was staring forlornly at the horizon. If I had a football right now, I could throw it hit that far for you. See that catamaran over there? I could knock a middle-aged sailor on board unconscious. That's how accurate it is.
What if there's something simple like he was like, I don't want to take the kids to school. I'm not going to do it.
And you know what? He's like, I'm not going to go back to Miami or Massachusetts, wherever. Am I going to be driving a Ford Windstar around? Dropping
Oh, that's bullshit. I was gonna take him down, but I should have signed up with him. He had a better fighter than me anyway.
She started using DiCaprio.
This guy, she might have mentioned it's slim. DiCaprio's dick gets a little bit bigger than hers.
Just a little bit. And it might have even been in a flaccid state.
Right.
Maybe Tom Brady refused to skinny dip on the nude beach, and she's like, Tom Brady, what is this, Tom? Me and Leonardo at the beach in San Diego.
And he's like,
What are you talking about? Babe, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's just, he's a nice flaccid cock, so he wasn't in shape. You fucking, I've got 7 rings.
Yeah.
I should have been MVP this year.
yeah, you know, I could see that happening. She's a fiery Latina. She's Brazilian. She might.
Is that Latina?
I mean, it counts.
Okay, I didn't know.
They understand a lot of Spanish. But they understand 90% of Spanish. But the other way is like we understand 40% Portuguese. But anyway, I think she probably used his one insecurity, which has to be DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It has to be DiCaprio.
Yeah, it probably is.
I mean, why not? Who else? What would it be? It's not anybody. It could be Eli Manning and DiCaprio. Those are the 2 guys that really stir up. What if Giselle fucked Eli Manning?
What if they played a game of three swords, 1 hole, like we described earlier?
I guarantee you that he's done it because all the greats do it.
Yeah, they absolutely
So we'll
do.
play a game?
Eli Manning came in there with his dumb face. And Leonardo DiCaprio came in there too, like, Tommy, what are we doing to this girl? Oh, yeah, you want to fuck her pussy with me, Tommy? Fuck yeah, I got a policy against fucking chicks over 25. Well, let's do it for old time's sake, Tommy.
That'd be the best. That's the only DiCaprio. Yeah,
Out of Giselle's ass, and Eli Manning was like,
He just took his dick out and started jerking it off, and it was flaccid the whole time.
Absolutely.
That's all he does. It's just a really disturbing sight with that dad bod. He's just like jerking off a flaccid cock.
Yeah.
But it's a big flaccid cock. It's kind of going
It's a
everywhere.
big retard cock.
It's a retard cock.
And
Yeah.
then Tom Brady, after everybody came, and Tom, Eli, and Leonardo threw Giselle out the fucking window of the Four Seasons in Fiji, Tom was like, I need to get back on the field. Yep.
He was over that shit.
He was so over that
In
shit.
fact, I want to get a visual for the fans. Type in Eli Manning retard. I guarantee you something funny is going to come.
Absolutely.
This is the guy that made Tom Brady want to come back.
Listen, Eli Manning and Leonardo DiCaprio have probably been DMing fucking Giselle since Tom retired.
Of course.
Dude, because Tom Leonardo DiCaprio, you think if your chick moves off you for Leonardo DiCaprio, just as a thought experiment here, that there's no way you could ever do better or be better than that guy.
Right.
So for a while, I'm sure Tom was very insecure about Leonardo DiCaprio. But then Tom started racking up Super Bowls. Well, actually, he already had 3 before he met her. But once he got that 4th, once he got that 5th, once he came back against the Falcons, fuck DiCaprio. DiCaprio's got one of those little statues. DiCaprio's got a couple $100 million, so fucking what?
That is not the right. I mean, that's funny. That meme is
So mean-spirited.
Eli Manning is retarded, like actually retarded.
This is so fucking mean-spirited.
He has a retard face. I don't want to be a dick, but he does a little bit.
But Tom Brady, after Tom Brady won that 5th Super Bowl, he married Leonardo DiCaprio. If Leonardo DiCaprio came up to Giselle in a club while Tom was still playing against him, like, hey, Giselle, what's up, baby? For old time's sake, want to come up to my spot in Bel Air? She would have been like, fuck off, Leonardo, you fucking pig. You wanted nothing to do with me once I was older than a quarter century? Fuck you. But now that Tom retired, that cat call from DiCaprio, hey, baby, don't you want a man who looks like, look how good shape I'm in, baby. Come on. Or whatever line he said.
There it is, dude.
This is the
There it is, dude. He definitely looks slightly retarded, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio's come on started to work once Tom called it quits. And that's when Tom was like, hey, this isn't okay. I mean, I know me, this guy who played Eli Manning, and Leonardo DiCaprio just fucked my girl and threw her out a window, but I need her respect. No more of this.
They did the rugby move, yeah. And we just, I mean, for real, let's put ourselves into his shoes. Like, you have, I don't know, what does he have, 500 million? He might be close to $1 billion.
It's tough to know because a lot of his net worth is like mixed with Giselle because they're married and she's richer than he. But he's probably got on his own at least 300 million.
Yeah, and he's got like, dude, he's got a subscription service on his website. I'm sure he's got a lot of people signing up for it.
What if he sent like every 100th person just a picture of his spread asshole? Like if you sign up and he doesn't even announce it, just like occasionally you'll get an email message with no subject line. Tom Brady's ass.
Danny, just because this is absolutely hilarious, you should have a 4th Patreon fucking level where it's just you send once a week, you send a picture of your spread asshole and see how many fans would sign up.
It's $1,000 and you gotta send me a picture of your government ID.
Yeah.
2 forms of ID actually.
Yeah.
Photoshop. And you get a picture of like cavernous ass. And Dino's gonna take it. Right, Dino?
He'll pay you for it, buddy.
Yeah, you're
He's gonna fucking pay you for it,
I'm gonna
buddy.
pay you for it.
I'd rather be homeless.
Pay for it, dude. You'd rather be homeless. You think that until you're on the street. You become one of those people you call freeloaders. You know, Dino drives down fucking Los Angeles Boulevard. Look at all these pieces of shit. Fucking collecting government money and doing heroin? Not based, dude. Jesus will send him to hell. You're gonna be one of those people if you don't start snapping my butt.
Would you think, if Dino called you in the middle of the night saying like he's sleeping on the streets now, he's a drug addict or whatever, would you let him stay here?
I'd be like, listen, go over right now. You can crash on the couch. You're gonna suck my dick. And then Dino would be forced to make a choice, right? Just like Vladimir Putin would say, what do I do, dude? Do I keep up with this invasion? Do I call it off? Is Biden gonna send some MiGs? What's going on? Dino would be like, do I want to keep hanging out with this guy named Sparky? Do I want to maybe get hepatitis from rolling onto a needle? Sparky's not based, okay? Sparky was a Black Panther until he got hooked on crack. He's very not based. Will he forgive you for taking a picture of my gaping butthole?
I don't need him to forgive me for that. I'm not gonna do it.
He's good, but he's like me where he'll get a counter and he stuns me. It's weird.
I probably won't.
And Dino, you can never make fun of me for wanting to flash you my dick because I remember a different Dino.
Dude, me too.
I remember a Dino who had a handsome ass haircut and who a lot of the cute girls at the party in Temecula were crushing on. I remember when that guy whipped out his hanger.
Why did you guys say, you know what, sex appeal? Fuck. What happened? Why, guys? That has nothing to do with my question. I had to do it. Listen, that's not my question. My question is, you both have hairdresser sisters. Let's get you guys some edgy haircut back done. Let's get Dino a fade. Your hair's long enough.
Looks based as fuck. Just like cut my hair like shit, just let it grow out, and now like that's just the natural Dino look. Like you don't like how my hair looks like.
This podcast is a band, Dino. All right, we need everybody to be sexy. In fact, the kids came to my show last night. Sam and Johnny, the fucking rock stars.
You right, Eli?
They came to my show last night. They said
I was waiting for you. I sent you like 5-10 invites.
because he wasn't good looking enough.
I was online like for like 20 minutes. I'm playing on computer right now. Me and Isaiah are playing computer.
Come on, dude. Give us some leg here. Give us something to play with. Give us something so that when we're doing our
Nah, you literally got that same weak ass arm bar, which I don't understand why I couldn't fucking stop it, bro. Like you literally had no energy. I don't. It's like a little glitch or something, bro.
I was thinking I want to get like a fucking wavy mullet.
I do know how to block it. It's just that if for some reason my fucking it was weird, bro. But I'll give it to you, but I was beating your ass on the stand up, bro.
I don't consider what I
Look, Eli said, sorry, man, Eli said he let me beat him on stand up.
I realized
Beat me on the stand up. Beat me on the stand up and on the ground. Because you just won on the ground. You didn't even beat me up. You just did one little move. He twisted my sock around my arm like. No, just
Look, this guy has so much power. I'm guessing he has so much power because I can't.
is sliding down the sidewalk when he's mowing. I know I don't want to.
Yeah, they're very popular right now. So, you know, you just want them for the mob, you want them for the fucking
I was just watching fucking Golden Boy. And I was just like,
yeah, I'm playing right now.
I want to do
Call him Duo.
Yeah.
I'm streaming online if you want to see it. I'm streaming online.
It's merely a part of my life.
it wasn't a part of your vocabulary until you heard me say it.
That's true.
That was on the floor.
That's true, but I don't rely on it. It is a support beam of your vocabulary. What is the keystone of your vocabulary?
It's like versus to go versus fit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is, I don't know what it is. It's like it's not even, I was going to say it's like the executive branch of his vocabulary, but that implies like democracy and checks and balances. It is the crown monarch of your vocabulary. Everything exists under the thumb of based. Yeah. Decide what to do or not do based on whether or not it's based.
Actually, Jesus is number one. He's even more based than based, even that.
Give us some Jesus-like wisdom. Tell me one thing Jesus said to you.
He just didn't say anything.
Whatever, that Matthew or fucking Paul said in the goddamn gospel.
I thought we were talking about Jesus.
Yeah, well, they recorded what he said, motherfucker.
It's
Quit being
not no chin,
evasive.
that's what it is.
There we go. Let's see if he's retained there. He might just, that's not a good start. Because for a guy who claims that Jesus is
This is a real Christian. That's a fake Christian over there.
So, Dino,
Hey man, I live through faith, not law.
listen, Dino, I'm starting to think that you open the Bible and just stare at it for hours, but you stare without reading, without seeing.
I found out recently that he has an app, you know, footnotes. There's a lot of footnotes. And then it has what's it, the simplify angle where it tells you like in layman's terms what it means.
Yeah.
That's what he has.
It just has multiple translations. It's not really like a simple version.
Okay,
but
listen
you
to
can
me
like
now.
compare and contrast like
Listen to me, Dino. Listen to me, Dino. Listen to me, Dino. Sometimes I listen to Jesus' commands because it makes me feel like it's a one audio. I can explain and name several right now, and I've never read the Bible. You're telling me right now, a guy who claims Jesus is his number one, and who claims to have read the Bible,
I just want to know what parables specifically mean. Is it like the Good Samaritans or like,
tell us one. Tell us one that you think it might be.
Father O'Neill,
yeah, the Good Samaritans.
Father O'Neill, what's your favorite?
No, let's let this guy do it.
I mean,
Do it
Yeah,
without swearing or saying based also.
I already said it. Like, I don't know what you mean. Like,
You didn't say anything. Tell us what happens in the parable.
you know the thing.
What? Gil, look at that.
Man,
You know, girls like John 3:16 in that profile. What would you do if you were going to do that? Which one? Peter 17:9.
I don't have like a specific fucking verse that I like memorize and hold to heart like that. Like,
Dino, this is off. 14 in the Bible, right? Important thing you think is in the Bible.
most important one.
Dino,
Like, I don't know, dude. I don't fucking think about like most.
Hey, like, imagine if somebody asked me, like, so what do you do for a living? living? I was like, oh, I'm a comedian / YouTuber. Oh, is there somewhere I can check out your work?
Do you know what? You got fucking smoking. Might as well.
You really can't tell us anything that's affected your life in a positive way if you've done with the Bible.
Dude, my entire life.
Listen, let me tell you something. The only reason that you, I think, are into the Bible is because you have drugs that get you through every day so that you enjoy the day. If you didn't have that, you would say, okay, what else does life have? Then give it up. God doesn't want you smoking fucking crack, which is basically, in his eyes, crack. His eyes, crack. Well, the plastic fell from your fucking thing into
He had a lot of stunts, but his guy was so powerful, or all that's weak chin, because I threw all kinds of punches and I beat him up. What happened to baby?
Austin was fucking beating me whenever I dropped that weed on the ground that one time.
I'm starting to think that, like, the Bible, is no more significant than a stack of printer paper. Like, they're just blank pages. It's a way for him to be able to feel like...
Look at his face! Look at mine!
Yes, he uses it. I think for sure, what do you think he's smoking the Bible?
Fuck you!
Through his lungs.
We got a bagel. Smoke the Bible.
Dina, would you ever smoke the Bible?
No.
Why? That's the best way to
I mean, if I didn't take the Bible to heart, what do you think I'd be like? Trying to get pussy and shit all the time? Like, I could be doing some dumb shit.
Yeah, can you tell us where in the Bible it says don't go out and try to get pussy? I'm not convinced you know what that
I
passage
don't
is.
specifically know, but like, you know things in your heart, and like, obviously it says don't have premarital sex somewhere, otherwise people wouldn't be saying that.
You showed a girl with herpes your asshole in this
Yeah,
room.
well, I'm not fucking perfect, man. Your ass pressured me, but like, it's not like I got her to fucking eat my ass on camera or whatever. Like, it was like there was like a fucking thing in the I don't know, it looked funny. It was for comedy, all right.
Your ass on camera? Sorry. What's the difference between you getting your ass eaten on camera and you holding your asshole off of camera?
I don't
What?
show women my ass.
You got it?
So look at this. So, total strikes includes leg kicks, right? So we did a bunch of leg kicks. But it doesn't matter. Look at significant strikes, which Me Too is don't be's. I won 17-9. I won 25-15. I won again 16-14. And it's like, come on, dog. I'm gonna lose just because he has leg health bends?
He must have had like significant moral strength or some shit. You didn't ever call. Told you to put a call on dial or
I should
whatever.
have killed him. He never fell. It was till the last round where I finally had all those wobbles and knockdowns.
Whatever fucking joke.
I don't know, that was crazy, bro. I was hurting him, bro. I was like, he wasn't fall. I was landing mad combos and he'll get one hit, and my guy was all stunned, and I was like, oh.
It's like, this guy had...
Eli says he's gonna play.
He's like really close
Call
to God.
text and fucking play
He has all
Biggs,
this
6:30
stuff,
said.
and everything goes to shit, and he's like trying to argue with God, like, why would you do this? And I don't deserve
Yeah, I took
it.
away 2 touchdowns
Technically, he doesn't really
from my
deserve
main
it.
running back to give it to my
He does
backup
deserve
running back.
Because
So my
he thinks
backup,
that he can argue with God.
Lamar Holloway has 2 touchdowns.
Really, the lesson is
What do you mean?
you never
22 and
you used them?
Yeah.
That was
So I'm trying to make him a 90.
I used Spain, but I don't know. I think I might just
Spain has 7 TDs.
I might trade Spain. Cause I don't know, like, I want to make a new franchise already.
sinner and shit, like you must have done something.
Just choose a new team.
And like, I don't know, some
So
other
if I'm
guy
gonna
like
be franchising, I guess I'll just
even
keep
though
Spain
he
and
was
trade
like
Herbert
not
later.
older.
Yeah, it's just keep. Yeah, let's just because
There's a lot of
if Eddie already joined it, we kind of invested. Danny, I don't know why Danny's team's fucking bum.
Where God is.
Why is his team bum? All he has to do is fucking side people.
You can't simplify it like that.
The church you go to, are there serpent snakes that they hold up and stuff?
No.
Are you sure? It's not a snake charming kind of like you guys don't feel like you're closer to God with a serpent or anything like that?
No.
Are you sure?
If Danny had a serpent, he'd probably try to sodomize it.
All right. Well, at some point we're gonna have to get something like what I'm gonna ask O'Neill. What is something from the Bible that you think is an overarching kind of philosophy that can help the world?
I think one of the most important things is the idea of being made in the image of God. Now that everyone is made in the image of God and everyone has some sort of part of the divine, so whenever you like take action to harm another person or to wrong them in some way, you are in a way doing that against God, and it is somewhat blasphemous.
Gotcha. So you have to live it where it basically is it tell me if I'm incorrect here, but being kind to others and spreading kind of good fortune and maybe helping other people, is that the overarching theme of the Bible?
Yeah, Christians are called to help people.
Right. So how come you
I do try and help people.
Really?
And like
who?
you say, what do you mean? I just don't have any fucking means of really.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna ask you a question. Wait, say that again?
That raises a great point, because there's one part in the Bible where Jesus talks about how this woman who brings this offering to the temple brought like a single copper coin. And this very wealthy man donated tons of money, and he said that because this woman gave more of what she had than this guy, she is more blessed because of what she gave.
Yeah, man, there was these two freaking black kids at the fucking gas station. They didn't have any money, and they were gonna ask other people for money. And they're like, "You got $5?" And I'll have them 20. I'm like, fuck it, man. Just take it. Yeah, man.
This is what
that was my only money.
This is what I'm curious about now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know, those kids didn't actually.
They didn't need
The
it.
time-
I know body language.
In the time of the Bible, if people were poor, they were poor for legitimate reasons. They lost their business. Their husband walked out on them and left the wife with 3 kids. Nowadays, people around Los Angeles are poor because they're hopped up on speed. And it makes me wonder, is it still a righteous thing to do to give a guy who's going to turn around and give your money to the man? Is it still righteous to give him money? I want to hear from Father. I want to hear from Father. Leo?
I was gonna share who I give money to on blast.
I'm not really sure. I guess you know that they want to go for men and use it for drugs. Maybe not. But you can also help people in other ways than just money. Like I believe this is like actually in the scripture, but it says something like, I was hungry, you didn't feed me. I was cold, you didn't clothe me. Like I was in jail, you didn't visit me. Yeah. And then people are saying, oh, if I knew that was you, Jesus, I would have done it. He's like, whenever you saw a needy person, that was me.
Whenever you saw a needy person, that was me. All right, so for example, there was an older Mexican man. He looked like he might have been drunk. He was selling Easter bunnies with a suit on. And it was like an old suit that you could tell was dirty, but he put it on to try to look good, and everybody was just like ignoring him. And he had these, like, you want the Easter bunnies? And I purchased, I gave him a 10, and it was $2 per bunny. And I gave him a 10, and I was like,
Were they chocolate bunnies or were they live rabbits?
no, they were stuffed animal bunnies. So
What the fuck are you gonna do with one of those? Did you give it to Brando?
Or yeah, Brando. It's now, yes, it was in my car, and now it is lying on the floor in the living room. But Brando.
I get it. As you know, doctors sometimes comfort little kids with stuffed animals.
Yeah.
After a girl sucked you and regretted it and was teared up, you'd be like, "Come on, Cynthia.
Right.
Look at it. It's Falco Fluffy here."
Nico, Brando does not fuck with Nico, dude. That guy
His
is
puppet?
Yeah, dude. It
Yeah,
freaks
it's
him
my first
out.
bowl of the day.
He just gets upset.
Oh!
the entire
Can I
time.
fight this?
I just won. I just won. Look at that.
You got one, yeah.
Go for it.
No, we didn't go out.
He was trying to get Leo to
Go
go
to the chairs, bring them up.
do some cocaine.
I'll shower right now. Yeah,
I'll really Oh yeah, I got it.
Hopefully Eli didn't play, because hopefully nobody procrastinates and everybody plays. Because Eli thinks that it's like the same league like before, bro. It's like we all play different now. I mean, like, bro, even I beat Eli last, bro. All drunk right here with you guys. You know what I mean? Remember? Even you're like, oh, we should play. Gail's already late. Like, fuck it, no play. That's how I won the Super Bowl too. You know what? Fuck it, just
I
play.
wonder if both Johnny's up. Like he gets.
When I prepare, I'm over prepare. It's almost like paralysis by too much time.
I know.
But hey, I'm gonna say to Jerry that we've been having a great time.
I'll put the camera on you,
Show
dog.
him again. It's been a lot of fun. The guy likes to do some recreational stuff.
I just he asked him about fentanyl.
It's a good attitude to have as a cokehead these days. But that is, it's nice to hear actually. Or I don't know if it's nice, but it's entertaining to know that if you are a white guy in a comedy show, Jerry will try to buy a coke on you.
Yeah, it's so funny how he asks. Yeah, no, but it's a little dangerous to just kind of winging it. You know what I mean?
We should prank him by selling him fake
100% baking soda. You can start baking soda.
baking soda, and we should make it nasty. We should, whoever's doing porn, Ilan Iggy and his girlfriend, Brooks and Natalia, whoever, if you might remember, Brooks and Natalia were on this podcast, and they told tales of bringing elderly black men into their bedroom and having bisexual orgies. We should get a guy they find off Grindr to come in Natalia's ass and then let it dribble out into a Ziploc bag
I like the shirt. I want to
of
sell one
sea salt
make it.
and have Jerry buy and snort.
Like a tattoo on your thigh, and right here, back of the calf. But not the taco part, just the Virgin Mary. Maybe with the gun and the cross. And eating a gun.
100% pure cocaine, and this guy found it. Yeah, or found it behind his abandoned church, dude. I texted it. You know, pictures. I found Colombian. All right, so Elvis,
He's got the Colombian flag embroidered on the bag, dude. It's great.
yeah, then we have to go to the drop off, and somebody walked out.
What if we killed Ben Jerry? What if we went down to Mexico and went and bought a bunch of vegetables?
Ben Jerry, if we killed Ben Jerry, we'd have to hide that. We'd be like, no, we have nothing to do with it.
We're not going to kill Ben Jerry. I guess we're going to Ben Jerry's next week.
God, it's gonna be, and then guess who's next year that we're really trying to run with is
Nico. The Nico one is going to be so fun. The working plan is he's going to show up and we're going to pretend. First of all, he's going to be dressed as a penguin, and Leo and I are both going to be wearing tuxedos. Nico's going to be blacked out.
I went all crazy right now.
He is a highly
I gotta relax. It's fine.
He unboxes toys.
It's a gauge is way too good for a fucking
But
channel.
the second the camera clicks on,
This goes way better than me, huh?
Hey guys,
See?
the Petey the Penguin have us
Yeah, Chandler's a wrestler. My guy's a fucking.
Saturday.
My guy's a wrestler. This guy's a
whatever he
kickboxer.
does, camera off.
Get this fucking ring light out of my face! Brenda, where are my snacks? Where are my glazed donuts?
Oh my god. So he's gonna show up just out of his mind with rage and with look what I did with my life. Now I make 25 G's a week unboxing toys. You're all scum. These are my security guards. Fucking deal with it.
Oh my God, look, Nico doesn't stop making me laugh, but he also just did another bit. I don't think he can do it justice, like, so you'll see this video, but Nico is unbelievable. He's a kid. He is, man. And he better let us do this. I think he's gonna have to, he wants some money for it, which I get, because he has a close little community over there at Game Point. They all hang out all the time.
Look at that.
We're gonna ruin the relationship for a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it might end the relationship. It might, because she might not like the Petey the Penguin or fucking whatever.
Should we have like, we should have 12 guys, we should hire 12 black guys in Dante, and they show up all day, like at different times of the day, in coffee shops.
That's gonna get expensive. Maybe we'll stick to one Dante. But Nico, we're gonna do that. Stan Jerry, I'm not totally sure what his role is. We should
Meets everybody there, he said, so.
we get
Sorry, I'm bad at this game.
right in classes. We'll be like, all right, you're gay, and we're your second cousins, and we're in a throuple, and you're to tell everybody in your class.
My guy's way too slow.
Or you guys tell every guy in it goes to the reunion that he had a every single one. And also, even the chicks you went to high school with, they bring dates, he's gotta go tell them.
Got him?
He's gotta do it about your Facebook.
He was fucking raping me.
And then he's gotta make a speech, because if we're recreating the reunion, I think what we do with the speech, though, is we put a earpiece in. Not with Nico. Not with Nico, no. With me. Nico should freestyle it, because he knows through he's gonna be kids. Yeah, you're right. I can't even describe it. He's so good. But Fan Jerry, he's gonna give a speech with us in the theater, because he's got to rival what I did.
Sometimes we go to someone expecting to go all hammer crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And he was fucking me up. Like, it was over, it was done. Like, he was gonna beat me up, bro, it was done. So the first round, I was like, I have to try to end it with something. and I just threw like 10 in a row, bro. And he just took it, and it didn't even go to the ground. It was a KO, flash KO. I hit him, and that's it. The game was over. On top, bro, setting up. Why you texting, bro? Let's go. Are you a Facebook check?
Your uncle.
You're like Joe, dog.
This is your uncle or scam, bro.
But OJ does that, bro. OJ argues.
No, this is your uncle. He's drinking a beer in Mexico City and he's just all excited. So I just wrote it, enjoy it.
Why is he excited?
Well, he's Mexico. Well, because he's in Mexico City? I don't know. He's from Navajo, you know what I mean?
Oh, but he's still in Mexico, though.
But he went to Mexico City, which is probably like 12 hours away. It's like going to New York. It's like going to New York, you know what I mean? So to him, he's like, oh shit, I'm in the capital. Huh?
Behind us or not? Is that look like Chet? Go short?
It's better than New York, to say that much. I'm up for the next game?
Suicide. When who's the fucking suicide? Avicii's documentary. I got it only because he's so much pain. Every day he had just intense anxiety all day, heart palpitations all day. I can see how that would get, to the point where like I need to end this.
Fuck,
Like a girl that had like a girl in her, she was a genius. She probably was gonna easily get a job. Because it's station. Well, I'm sorry, yes.